Okay, I think we're live. Let's check. Working here? I think we are. Yes. Okay, let's give it a shot. All right. Welcome back to Make a Difference in 30 Minutes. My name is James Woolwine, and for the next 30 minutes, I'm going to perform a 30-minute live stream concert. Half of any donations collected will be donated to a charitable cause, and today's charity is called Glory House of Miami, and they help people who've been affected or who are victims of human trafficking. If you look in the chat, you'll see their website and then my Venmo underneath that. And the idea is that in 30 minutes, enough people coming together for a common good can have a tremendous impact. 30 minutes from now, someone or many people's lives could be very positively changed. So let's get started with the music. Today, I'm going to do something different. I just started doing these live streams and still getting used to it. What I'm going to try today is I'm going to play most of an album as yet unrecorded and unreleased. I'm a composer and songwriter. Up to now, mostly composer, according to my output, my public output, which is instrumental music. But I'm very much a songwriter as well. I want my next release to be an album of my vocal songs. And two of my favorite songwriters are Steve Earle and Townes Van Zandt. So that kind of folk rock style very much influences me and the collection of songs I'm about to do. I'll warn you, these are very dark songs. They're not positive or uplifting. And that will be the theme of the album whenever I make it. So I'm going to do 5 of them, and then hopefully have time for some piano and some other stuff. Here we go. This first song is called Don't Know Where to Start. By the way, if you cannot hear, please mention that in the chat. I'm sound checking on the fly. In fact, let me just adjust some things. Oop, adjust that too. Okay, let's try this again. Whatever happened to those dreams of mine that got in my way with their brilliant shine? Did I look away too many times? 'Cause now I can't see them at all. At some point life started hitting non-stop. Things to do came faster than I could cross them off. I try my best, but it's never enough. Every day I'm drowning. My best life is on the other side of a chasm that feels so wide. If life is a peak to climb, then I want to reach the top. I'm fired up, ready to fly. I just don't know where to start. My younger self would be ashamed to see I fell so far. I'm ready to make a change. I just don't know where to start. Whatever happened to those goals I had? I ponder while stuck in this traffic jam, waiting my turn to clock in again at this job I hate. I listen again to that show I saved, where the influencer tells me how to change. I wonder what bills they have to pay. Tomorrow I'll go in early. I don't want to live like this, but I've got so many issues to fix. I got in the wrong lane and I traveled way too far. I want to make a change, but I don't know where to start. I'm sick of all this pain from stumbling through the dark. I'm ready to make a change, but I don't know where to start. How did I fall so far behind? But I can't give up, haven't tried enough. I guess I'll make some time, but first I have to go to work. I've read the self-help books, circle my favorite parts. I'm ready to put in the work. I just don't know where to start. I know that I'm enough, and yeah, I'll follow my heart. It's not that I'm giving up, I just don't know where to start. I just don't know where to start. I just don't know where to start. You probably never guess, but that was partly inspired by Chapel Roan. Okay, this next one, this is called Minimum Wage. I've never had to survive on minimum wage, thankfully, but when I went through some tough financial times, I did some research into people who did and was rather disturbed. So that's where this song came from. The sun's going down on the Walmart lot. People heading home, I head to my car, full of takeout boxes and dirty clothes. Just enough room to sleep for one. I couldn't keep up with all of the debt. It finally came down to driving or the rent, but picking and choosing which bills to pay. That's how it goes on minimum wage. Well, let's eat. I got a loaf of bread, but only what I need. It's gotta last until my next check. I take all the part-time work I can get. Each day wake up how many shifts, telling myself I'm not getting sick. Sleep when I can in my backseat bed. Pray that my car starts up again. Not really sure what day it is. Hope no one smells I haven't bathed. Clocking in years on minimum wage. Well, let's eat. I got half a loaf of bread, but only one piece. It's gotta last until my next check. There's a man in a big white house on the hill. Never had to worry about paying his bills. Says I work hard and you could too, but he's never walked in a poor man's shoes. One day I asked that man for some help. He said, grab your bootstraps and pull yourself up. But what should I do when my bootstraps break? I can't get them fixed on minimum wage. Damn, I wanna eat, but I'm all out of bread. It's gonna be a long week until I earn my next check. I didn't make plans to live in a car, but life ain't fair dealing out its cards. I'll keep trying to live and save, making it work on minimum wage. All right, so I mentioned earlier I'm influenced by Steve Earle and Townes Van Zandt. This next one is a Steve Earle song called Rich Man's War, but this is my own arrangement. When I heard this song the first time, I actually didn't care for it musically, but then later on I heard it again and really focused on the lyrics and thought the lyrics were awesome. I just didn't feel like the music and the lyrics match. Now, I would never tell Steve Earle how to write a song. He knows what he's doing, but that was just my opinion. So I wrote my own music for his lyrics. So this is my version of Rich Man's War. Jimmy joined the army 'cause he had no place to go. There ain't nobody hiring since the jobs all went down to Mexico. Reckon he'd learn a trade, maybe see the world. Move to the city someday and marry a black-haired girl. Someone had another plan. Now he's got a rifle in his hand, rolling into Baghdad, wondering how he got this far. Just another poor boy off to fight a rich man's war. Bobby had an eagle and flag tattooed on his arm. Red, white, and blue to the bone when he landed in Kandahar. Left behind a pretty young wife and a baby girl. A stack full of overdue bills and went off to save the world. Been a year now, he's still there, chasing ghosts in the thin, dry air. Meanwhile, back home, they've repossessed his car. Now he's just another poor boy off to fight a rich man's war. When will we ever learn? When will we ever see? We stand up and take our turn and keep telling ourselves we're free. Ollie was the second son of a second son. Grew up in Gaza throwing bottles and rocks when the tanks would come. Nothing much to do, it's just a game the children play. Something about living in fear all your life makes you hard that way. He answered when he got the call, wrapped himself in death and praised Allah. A fat man in a new Mercedes drove him to the door. Just another poor boy dying for a rich man's war. I wonder if things will be different than they were before. All right. This next one is called What You Want Me to Be. And I won't go into the whole backstory, but it's about the struggle between father and son, and a conservative father and not very conservative son. So. It's been a while since we shared this table, but it seems there isn't much to say. You study a Bible, I study space. Silence becomes deafening. We finally start catching up on our lives. I share mine and you say that's nice. But what really matters is to find Christ. I look away to hide my rolling eyes. It's too crowded here for you, me, and Jesus. Sorry for your frown, but I can't change. And I'm disappointed you're disappointed in me, 'cause I can't be what you want me to be. You see a light that I can't see, so I can't be what you want me to be. I once asked your advice about a girl. You just said all the answers are in church. But I never did walk through those doors. It wasn't God's help I was looking for. Our connection was never quite right. A pair of magnets with poles misaligned. I know you think you're saving my life, but I wish you would just stop trying. Then I find tucked in my bag another loan you don't want back inside of a card that's signed Love Dad, and I can't be mad. I'm just disappointed you're disappointed in me, because I can't be what you want me to be. You see a light that I can't see, so I can't be what you want me to be. We're back at the same old gravestones. You're preaching about old days long gone, and how we have to prepare for eternity. I had 2 tickets for a show we'll miss. There's nothing wrong with looking back and ahead to learn from our past before we're dead. But there's more to life than preparing for the end. You can't forget to live the one you're in. Now too many years have passed us by. The day's creeping up, you'll learn if you were right. But I'll still be here, left behind, with a son of my own asking why. I'm disappointed you're disappointed in me, because I couldn't be what you wanted me to be. Why couldn't we just agree to disagree? 'Cause I can't be what you want me to be. I can't be what you want me to be. I can't be what you want me to be. Okay, and this last one is another cover, my own arrangement of a cover. This is a Metallica song. You might not know this or be surprised. I'm a huge metal fan, and for many years my goal in life was to form the next great heavy metal band. So this was I was taking a course, and one of the challenges was to do a rearrangement of a popular song. So I thought, what if I could do an acoustic version of one of my favorite metal songs? So that's where this came from. So here we go. This is sad but true. Hey, I'm your light. I'm the one who takes you there. Hey, I'm your light. I'm the one who cares. They betray. I'm your only true friend now. They'll betray. I'm forever there. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you steal. I'm your pain when you can't feel. Sad but true. I'm your dream, mind astray. I'm your eyes while you're away. I'm your pain while you repay. Sad but true. Sad but true. You're my mask. You're my cover, my shelter. You're my mask. You're the one who's blamed. Do my work. Do my dirty work. Scapegoat. do my deeds, or you're the one who's shamed. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you must steal. I'm your pain when you can't feel. Sad but true. I'm your dream, mind astray. I'm your eyes will look away. I'm your pain while you repay. Sad but true. I'm your dream. I'm your eyes. I'm your pain. I'm your dream. I'm your eyes. I'm your pain. You know it's sad but true. Hate. I'm your hate. I'm your hate when you want love. Pay the price. Pay for nothing's fair. Hey, I'm your life. I'm the one who took you here. Hey, I'm your life, and I no longer care. I'm your dream, make you real. I'm your eyes when you must steal. I'm your pain when you can't feel. Sad but true. I'm your truth telling lies. Oh, I'm your reasoned alibis. I'm inside, open your eyes. I'm you. Sad but true. Sad but true. Sad but true. Sad but true. All right. So let's make it a little more positive now. I know it's a lot of dark, depressing songs. I'm going to switch to piano. And this song is called Sunny's Theme. It was a custom song that I wrote. Shameless plug, I do custom songs. And I have a way of doing it. I call it custom classical solos. I take a person's name and align the letters of their name with their number from the alphabet, as in, like, if your name begins with A, that's the first letter, that'd be a 1, and a B would be 2. I plug those numbers into a musical grandstaff, and it gives me notes, and I use those notes to write a melody or a motif, and I write a piece of music off of that. So this song was written for a woman named Sunny, and her name gave me a little 5-note motif that didn't make for a melody, but I turned it into a repeating figure, which I wrote melodies over, and it became a very long, epic piece of music. So this is called Sunny's Theme, and let me flip around and we'll do it. Hang on, too many cables here. Okay. You working? Let's turn that a little bit. Okay. All right, we're working. Here we go. Let's get this. Okay. And we're going to wrap up on that. So thank you for watching. If you're watching live, thank you so much. And if you're watching this on a replay, thank you for that. Just I'm trying to build this, and yeah, just keep going. So thanks a lot, and we'll wrap